There are people out there who always change the social contract. Every time they see you, they want to take more. They want to take advantage of you every single time. Leave you empty handed. No matter what, they're going to find something to take from you, something more, even if you gave them more and more and more each time. And that's not really a healthy relationship. They always change the terms of the contract. They agreed to something, and you feel like, oh, they conceded. They're not going to do this again. And then the next day that you meet them, they're going to try to change that and try to change something else. It is something that they cannot help. They're not doing it consciously. It's just easier to do it that way. It's just so easy to convince someone else to do everything for you than to do it yourself. It's so easy. All you have to do is just a few messages. And you have to understand that it is something that is really rewarding for them. That's why they do it. They cannot help themselves anymore. They know that if they convince someone else to do it for free, that's basically free labor. They're having a blast. All they have to do is really complain a little bit, give you a story, and then you will do exactly what they want. No matter what it is, they're going to tickle your ego. They're going to do anything to just get what they want for free. That's the point. That's why it's so rewarding. Instead of really doing everything themselves, they're just going to send some messages. And in case you tell them no, they're going to be angry and sad and just bitch and moan all the time, telling you that, oh, it was just this one thing. And if you tell them, like, look, it's not just this one thing. There has been many, 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 many things that I've helped you with, and you cannot see it. And then if you tell them like that, they start to go. And you will feel bad because that's what they do. They want to make you feel bad or help them. And they know that that's the game they are playing. They know that and it feels sincere to them because they're actually feeling those emotions. But they don't realize that they're not feeling those emotions because of you. They're feeling those emotions because of the situation they have created. They've created a situation where you do whatever they want or they get mad. That's the point. Whenever they put you in this situation, you're going to just tell them that's the best way to do it. You're just going to tell them, look, you're going to definitely get mad at me. I'm going to say no. And from now on, I'm just going to say no. If you just catch me saying yes, remind yourself that I'm always saying no. And I'm not going to do that for you. Even if I say yes, I'm not going to do it. And that's the point. That's the only way to actually stop them from doing whatever they're doing. Tell them, like, even if I say yes, even if you convince me to say yes, I'm still not going to do it. And they're going to be mad, of course. They're going to be extremely mad. But they're not going to ask you again. And even if they do, even if you say yes, you're just going to not do it. And that's the point. That's the only way to actually get out of this toxic situation. You reserve the right to say no at any point because they get you on something very small, and then after you did a little bit, they're going to just ask for more. It turns out it's not such a big deal. It's just a small thing. And then when you get there, the thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And all of the sudden, you lost a day or two just trying to help them on a thing that should take like 10 minutes. That's the point. That's how they get you. They get you to do something small. And then once you get there, it's something bigger and so on and so forth. Because you didn't reserve the right to say no at any point. Always when you say yes, put guardrails. first of all, say that I can say no at any point. I cannot really commit to anything more than 10 minutes. This thing is going to take more than 10 minutes. Even if it takes 12, I'm going to abandon it. So understand how to really protect yourself from people who are taking from you, from people who are just takers, because it's easy, it's cheap for them to ask. It is just like negotiating once you buy a car or a laptop or a phone and you buy it on the second hand, just on eBay or whatever website you use. Whenever you are negotiating, you're basically not giving anything, but asking for money. That's the point. You're just going like, oh, can you discount $100 on this? What are you giving? Nothing. It costs you nothing to actually do that. Nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing. But if you actually negotiate, you get everything. That's the point. You get absolutely everything. And remember, it costs them nothing, just the air out of their lungs. Nothing to ask you. That's why it's so addictive to them to actually do this strategy and to press more and to press more and to press more into this. It is so crazy how many times you have to tell someone that you're not going to do anything for them. Anything for them. How many times they will still ask and they will forget that you told them you're not going to do anything. That's the point. That's the actual point. You shouldn't do anything. If someone asks you and everlastingly asks you for things, they just want more and more and more and more. More of your time, more of your resources, more of your bandwidth. Just tell them it's always going to be no. Every time you ask me, it's going to be no. And if I say yes, it is going to be a no. I'm going to change my mind and not going to do it. Even if I am weak and I say yes at some point, I'm just not going to do it. That's the point. And it's easy to do. And if they get mad and they leave, it's fine because they were there just for those things, for you doing stuff for them, not for you, not for your person, not for your friendship, not for whatever else. They were there just for the things, just for the perks. That's the point. And when the perks are gone, if they're gone as well, they were never there for you in the beginning, from the beginning, as you were for them.